I've given a lot of talks in my life, but I've never had walk-up music before, so that was exciting. Thanks to the OIS for the opportunity to present Betaliq. Let's see. Betaliq is a collaboration with Novaliq GmbH to develop and commercialize glaucoma products in their unique iSol delivery system. Those of you who know me know that I've spent most of my 27 years in ophthalmology developing new, improved eye drops to treat a number of diseases, Xybrom, Durezol, Upneek are a few of those. There are many more. Several years ago, I came in contact with Novaliq and learned about their technology, and I've got to say I fell in love. Now that's my wife would tell you that maybe it's a challenge, but working in eye drops for years, there are several things that you're trying to, the holy grail of finding a new eye drop. Number one, residence time on the eye. Everybody's looking for longer residence time on the eye. Increased bioavailability. Smaller drop size, we've heard a lot about that today. Micro drops. And finally, preservative-free. The Novaliq technology accomplishes all of those in one technology. And best of all, it does that in a normal eye drop. You have a 10 microliter drop size, so you have the microdose. It's a perfect delivery system for eye drops. And I set about trying to convince Novaliq to work with me to form a company around glaucoma, because I think glaucoma is an excellent place for this technology. So the first thing we did was to set about trying to do a proof of concept of the technology. I felt beta blockers were the right way to go because the advantages of the Novaliq technology are really fit well with the beta blocker story. So we started out with 2 beta blockers in the technology. We did a known product, Timolol, which is BTQ-1902, is in the F6H8 vehicle. That's the same vehicle that's being developed separately by Bausch & Lomb for dry eye. We also formulated Nebivolol, a novel selective beta blocker in the technology, and we set about to do a phase 2 trial. We wanted to do a robust phase 2 trial so that when we got the data, we knew that it would translate to phase 3. So we designed the phase 2 about twice the size of normal phase 2s. We mimicked the phase 3 trial design. So we did a 3-month trial. We had 9 time points, and we put the 2 products in. Now, unfortunately, the Nebivolol product did not perform as we had hoped, and we are not electing to push that forward at this time. But what we got with the Timolol product was quite surprising. As many know, there's always been a theory that the preservative helps the Timolol be more effective, and that the non-preserved versions are not as effective as the preserved versions of the eye drops. But what happened was that turned out not to be true. In our case, our BTQ-1902 product was actually more effective at reducing IOP at 8 of the 9 time points during the trial, and was equivalent at the other. We were surprised because it was a relatively, it was a small phase 2 trial, 55 subjects per group, but we actually achieved the non-equivalence endpoint statistically in the phase 2 trial. We had an excellent safety profile. It was very well tolerated. And we believe that these results lend us to an excellent probability of achieving an approval in phase 3. So we also proved the concept of the technology. Now, what are we going to do next? Now that we know that the system works, our plan is to move other classes of glaucoma drugs into development. In 2023, we'll perform a phase 2 trial on a prostaglandin product as well as a combination product. And we also want to take to the next generation beyond that. We want patients to be able to take all the existing major classes of drops in this system so that we can get the corneal sparing sparing properties of the product. But we can also look to the future for new mechanisms of actions and new chemical entities and formulate those from the start in this technology so that as we move into new generations of treatment, the Betaliq formulation will be there for it. We are in the process of raising a $30 million Series B round. We did a $7.5 million Series A in 2019. This $30 million will finance the BTQ 1902 through approval, and will also finance the phase 2 trials for the prostaglandin and the combination product. We look forward to sharing further information as we move through the process with all of you. And if anybody is interested in having a discussion about this, then look forward to seeing you at the breaks. Thank you.